Hey traders, BA here with the daily TNB report for January 4th, 2018. Hope everybody was able to stay warm today in this cold, frigid weather, all along the East Coast, Northeast. So, hey, let's get started with our report for tonight. The video portion of the report had a lot of action today. So let's see what all transpired. Well, the first thing was we had right off the bat last night we saw where Citron, the big short selling firm, grabbed a hold of one of the cannabis companies, ACBFF, one of the holdings we had, which we had huge gains in. We wanted to come out of that. The plan was to come out of that somewhere right after the open. I didn't want to stick around and let them fight it out. So we was able to do that. Come out with it didn't sell off much at the open, right after the open, so I was able to get out without much trouble. Hope you guys were able to do the same. But then before the markets even open, we had the news report where looks like the feds are going to start to try to crack down on some of the marijuana industry. So there's a huge battle right now, and it's probably states are probably, just my opinion, states are not going to roll over on this at all. The general consensus is that the momentum that the cannabis industry has going right now, job creation, tax base, just continuing to expand, the leaps and bounds, big business coming on board as well. That's not going to slow this down. So, hey guys, it was a one day blip. It might be a few more rough patches, but I really see the cannabis plays as one to hold. So we got hit there, not a big deal. We also got hit in another area that we're highly concentrated in, and that was biotechs. Biotechs got hit right out of the gate today. No idea why that happened, but it was just another trading day. So we got hit with two areas we're really concentrated in, and it's the way it goes. We have some good trades still and plays still in our portfolio. So let's take a look at a little bit deeper of what some of the issues that we have. Not issues, but some of the holdings. All right, let's see here. We didn't want to do that. That shouldn't have affected you guys. Let's roll over right into some there was some unusual options activity and some really big boy trades placed today in the markets. The gold market was rallying all day long today. It just had a bid under it constantly, and at one point in time there was a huge spike in gold futures, and find out some individual trader went in and bought 774,000 shares of GLD. Now GLD is trading, I don't have the quote right now, but it's probably within the $130 range. I would say somewhere thereabouts. So that was a big boy trade. 774,000 shares, not dollars, but 774,000 shares. That caused the gold futures market to spike up. So that was a big trade. And we have some big plays in the unusual option activity as well. Let's take a look at some of today's. There was a huge trade in the SPYs, the S&P 500 ETF. So someone bought a 150,000 unit short call spread in January 18. This is a bet that they are going to that the sell-off, we're going to have a little pullback here. So that's a big boy bet too. BAC, Bank of America, somebody was in there buying the March 32 calls, bought 59,000 of them. We had a lot of put activity, 250,000 shares. This transpired yesterday, didn't get reported till last night, but somebody was in there buying a lot of puts in Intel. There was a lot of news came out over some security issues that Intel's having right now. So anyway, what we do is I will keep a running track of all of these unusual options activities. And when we get to a point in the market has an inflection, when it pulls back a little bit, you know, some of these things that are still active, like XLE, maybe Waste Management, you know, BlackBerry, Micron, Micron, Bank of America, you know, some of those right there we will definitely take a look at, and all the rest of them, see if there's any bullish plays in those going forward. Somebody's making some big bets with a lot of money here, so it's not somebody buying junk, you know, just to offset a short option position that they might have. So anyway, it's pretty interesting. Hey, we'll just gloss over this right quick as soon as I can get my cursor back. Where'd it go? Here we go. All right, so I've had to create 2 columns today. You know, it's just a matter of time before we did that for our closed positions. But I'm trying to build a good track record for all of our trades. So all the ones that I recommend that I make the decision to get in, I post those. You guys are following along with those, and then I close them out here. So we closed 4 more out today, and I'm trying to get as many triple-digit gainers in here as I can. But we closed out a couple of losers today. No big deal. It's part of the game. Closed out 124% gainer in IBM, 83% we ended up with ACBFF, then 105% in the natural gas trade. So those were a couple of good ones there. All right, finished with that. Let's roll over here to hey, I missed a couple of trades today too, guys. I missed AEMD. That one just ripped, and I missed Merck. Excuse me, MRK. I looked at Merck once this morning. It triggered and had a vicious pullback right off the open. That usually gives me cause to pause and reflect and see if they're going to get some strength. And you know, honestly, I never set another alert to get back in if it broke out above that 5-minute high, which is a typical re-entry for me, and I just missed it. But Merck moved today, so again, didn't get into the trade, but the stuff we follow and the entry techniques, when you follow them, actually work. All right, let's switch over to the news. See what's taking place in other areas of trading. All right, so let's check exclusives. A lot of discussion on Twitter and Snap today. Not really interested in either one of those. A lengthy discussion here about the let's just highlight this so you can maybe take a look at it, and you guys can Google this too, what the big uproar is. But the Attorney General is contemplating pushing back on I think it's an executive order that was put into place. So that's the brunt of the whole fracas there. And of course the cannabis industry is pushing back, saying it's as strong as ever, you're not going to weaken it. So I think we know what happens when the Fed tries to take control or snuff out some of these vice type activities like this. It's probably just going to be some up and down trading for us, probably going to provide us some more opportunities going forward. So that's the way I want to look at it. I'm trying to hold these cannabis plays as long as I can. I think the trend is there. I think the winds that are back, minus a little bit of storm that's taking place right now. So so I'm not too worried about it. Let's see what else is in. All right, really nothing else. The hubbub today in the exclusive category was all concerning the marijuana stuff. FDA, guys, I was scanning that all day today. Nothing really that we need to get concerned about. Here was one. We're holding Apple into expiration tomorrow. I'm holding pat on that one. And after hours, this happened as soon as the market closed. Apple announced the record $300 million in sales in App Store purchases on New Year's Day. So maybe that'll give us a little bit, a little push tomorrow to try to minimize the loss we have in Apple. I'm sitting at about a 50% loss right now. I'm riding it in till tomorrow unless I see weakness right off the bat, and then I'm cutting it. Sprint shares halted. Let's see what this is about. It doesn't elaborate. So there must have been some big news concerning Sprint today. Maybe a key executive was leaving. COGT. Okay, they mentioned blockchain in there. So let's see. I'm looking at another feed right here, guys. I want to see if we're COG finished for the day. Yeah, I don't see it showing up immediately. So it had to have ripped higher today. So, all right, let's hit something else here. What kind of time? Yeah, we're doing great on time. Insider trades. No, nothing here we need to take any action on. Let's check rumors. Rumor is that Trump is seeking to open most U.S. coastal waters for new oil drilling. Sources from Bloomberg. Yeah, here's the one I missed today, guys. AEMD. I never know the chart looked good. I never know what's going to trigger some of these that move, but it looks like the reason this one moved so big today was it's going to be featured on 60 Minutes. And I guess they are involved with the ongoing trial of NFL players with CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy, chronic traumatic, whatever that is, CTE. So I guess they're involved with that. Sorry I missed that trade, guys. You guys know a while back I got into Ulta, and bought it right around the lows. Anytime, Ulta was like 40. Let's just see if I can pull up a chart right now. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry I had to get things reset here. Yeah, so I got back in. I got into Ulta right in here on the 21st of November. It was trading somewhere around the $210 range. It's trading at $250 now. What tripped me on to Ulta was the fact that, number one, it's a favorite pattern. I like trading Ulta. It's a favorite with the wives. But I mean, look at Ulta was just beating down, just getting pummeled, along with the retail sector. As soon as the retail sector looked like it started getting some footing, I started looking at some of my favorites. Ultra's certainly a favorite retailer of mine. So it started flashing the pattern, the bottom pattern I like. Looked like it was putting it in. Next run up and pull back, and that's where we got in, right in this area right here. So now there's talks that Amazon may look to take over Ulta. So I'm already up triple digits on Alta. It doesn't look like it's wants to stop right now, so I have a resting order in to sell those or close that position out. It's well above the market, not this high. That's not what this indicates right here, that I'm coming out at 290. It just means I've got a resting order in above the current market price. So that was so far it's been a really good trade. Anytime you can get Alta, I love trading this thing. So it moves back and forth, and when it gets slammed, you just try to let it put in a bottom pattern and get in for the ride. So all right, let's see what else do we have here that we need to talk about before we close up shop for the night. Guys, I'm still really excited going forward. I'm continuing to sharpen the tools and get refined and hone our approach down better. I want more triple-digit gainers inside our portfolio, closed out trades. I know my objective is that to keep popping those 25% to triple-digit returns. That's what we're gunning for. So I'm continually refining the process to try to get more of those in there. Not that I'm trying not to get more of those, but the process of just focusing in on a few setups with that entry technique too. That's what I'm really geared up for. So hey guys, listen, I think that's all that I had. Oh, one last thing, I added another video to the members area. It's under the long calls and long puts section. So I want to focus with that first, get everybody up to speed in calls and puts and debit spreads. So anyway, hope you have a nice evening. Hope you had a great trading day. We got one more trading day left in the week. Let's try and kill it tomorrow. This is BA signing out.